Chris Brockman, you came up with a pretty good poll question that I thought was quite interesting because of Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah, so March 2nd, 1962, Wilt did the unthinkable. He scored 100 points in a single NBA game. Easily one of the most unbreakable records in all of sports. The famous photo of Wilt holding up the 100. We see it now if you're watching us on Peacock. It's unbelievable. And what makes it even cooler is that there's no video of the game. Not that many people were even at the game, but it's been well documented. He did this amazing feat. So it got me thinking this morning about, we're obviously an NFL-heavy show, Combine this week. What's the most unbreakable single-game NFL record? Unbreakable single-game NFL record. So we're going to play the hits. That's our poll today. Give us a call, 844-204-RICH, if you want to chime in. Receiving yards at 336 by Flipper Anderson. Sacks in a game, Derek Thomas had 7. Norm Van Brocklin, unbelievable in this age of passing, still has the passing single-game record at 554 yards. And then Adrian Peterson for rushing yards, 296 he did not that long ago. So what's the most unbreakable single-game NFL record?
It feels like...
Thoughts, guys?
It feels like the sack one. But the one that's lasted the longest is the Norm Van Brocklin passing stat. So that means it's been the most unbreakable. But 7 sacks. And you'll have to let me know what game that was, because I felt like when I played Derek in 1998 that he got 7 sacks that day on me. He felt like he was everywhere. He was everywhere. I was planted in the ground many times that football game. But, you would argue that it's the passing one. Simply because it's lasted as long as it has.
Which is crazy to think. All the rules are kind of slanted towards, advantages for the quarterback and the receivers. But like you said, that record has stood for, almost 50 years.
50 years. I'm approaching 50 years.
Let's see. Derek Thomas did it actually in a loss to Seattle on November 11th, 1990. So that's a 32-year-old record.
1990?
1990 against Seattle.
Was he?
Is that Dave Craig back then?
Was he a rookie?
Second year.
Whew.
Dave Craig got sacked 9 times in the game.
Statue back there. Steve Largent wasn't getting open.
He still threw for 300 yards.
Wow.
They only scored 17 points.
The recency bias of thinking that the NFL is just so much more offensive minded. Look at this. You go back and you look at a guy who threw it for 300 yards and got sacked 7 times, right? So.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.